Pikachu. But lately I've been doing a lot of Elmo for my daughter. So Elmo says, "Tap your toes," something like that. So I have to pick between the two. Nobody do Elmo, right? So might as well. Elmo says, "Touch your nose." I read with this voice to my baby whenever I'm reading Elmo books. Elmo books. Now she loves Elmo. I'm really like doing a lot of voice acting for my baby. Maybe it's a good practice for me. Pick back my inner voice actor. I need to really find a voice for CD though. That's like me, but wacky. Wacky me. Let's see. Stream is like the perfect place to practice. Let's see. How do I practice something like CD? I kind of need to see CD's face. Let's see. Now I'm here to finish this dragon. Because I am shorter and fatter as CD, so I need to sound a little bit more high pitch. Hey, maybe I can bring in a little bit of my Elmo voice for this. Then I kind of want to bring a little bit of that Doraemon. I can't do the stupid Doraemon voice, so it's like I need that raspy. Oh yes, I need to sound like a grandma. Exactly, grandma. Yeah, grandma. I am gonna sound like a grandma. Oh yes, perfect. This is my CD voice. I'm gonna sound like an old granny. Oh, that would be funny. Okay, I will be a funny old granny. That's perfect. I love that. This is the best way to age. The best way. I want to be an old, cool granny. And I'm probably gonna rant a lot as a granny anyway. Like for example, the other day, I was trying to find good swimsuit, good swimsuit designs for my characters for a good summer vacation time. I could not find interesting swimsuits design on my Google search. What the heck, Google? Are you failing me? There's gotta be interesting swimsuits out there. There's nothing. I can't find nothing that is looking interesting. It's everything, like any odd looking swimsuit just look horrible. And the nice looking ones are like, it's just a switch of patterns, like it's not exactly interesting. I want to see interesting swimsuits. Yes. Oh, Jesus, I am not working. I need to be working. Yes, I should be working. Oh, goodness. Yes, perfect. I will do this. Silly grandma voice. Like stupid grandma voice. When I'm silly. Be a silly girl. I be an old silly girl that I don't need to be so serious. Exactly. Perfect. I like this self. Would this be very, very annoying? Oh, it could be. It could be very annoying. The thing is, CD is meant to be annoying. This is why CD is better for a show and not so good for a VTuber. Exactly. Because when you're in a show, you'd only appear briefly. You don't have to talk like this all day. All day. Oh yeah, I think I can stay like this. Definitely. Then I found my city voice, I think. I can perfect it once I practice a little bit more. Yeah. There's no need to be serious. There's enough crap out there in the world. I'll be this old granny, streaming, doing my content, doing my animation, my live 2Ds, my game. That's the way to live. Yes, yes. Cheers. Cheers. That's pretty fun. That's a fun voice to keep. I enjoy it very much. I enjoy my voice very much. Cheers to myself. Yoo-hoo! You know, just speaking in this voice with the stupid silly glasses, I look pretty funny, I think. But then again, I know funny is very subjective. Some people might find it funny, and some people might find it boring. It's definitely not gonna be funny to my brother. Nope. He is not normal. Thankfully. I feel such relief knowing that he's different. Very, very, very different from me. Too different from me, actually. The good part is he's always calm. He's hardly ever worked up. Very calm. Very, very calm always. I envy that sometimes. Very, very much so. I am not a calm person at all by any means. Nope. I'm just a silly old fairy who wants to retire. Who wants to retire and just keep doing content. A silly old fairy. Yep. One day I'll be grandma and I don't care how I look. Hopefully. Oh, please, let me become grandma. You know, because kids these days don't want to get married, don't want to give birth. It's kind of hard to become a grandma nowadays. So it's my wish. If I could become a grandma, I'll be happy. Well, I hope my daughter likes kids. Kids are adorable, aren't they? Of course, some people... I was one of them. Finding kids quite annoying for a little while. But as you age, they get cuter and cuter. After you give birth, they are cute now. Very, very cute. It's it doesn't go away anymore. It's their cuteness stays. You're forever enticed and magically changed to like them more. It's so weird. Give birth before giving birth and after giving birth, totally different. Huh. Maybe it's a body chemistry thing. If I think I would re-rig City as well, give her a big update for a show. Yes, a show. It's a little bit. I mean, I came up with this voice right now, but it's a little different from what I really want her to have. But this is something I can maintain quite well. We can maintain this voice. Yes. Yes. I can maintain this voice. It's somewhat funny, I guess. Somewhat. And it's got a little bit of that texture that I wanted. And I only have to imagine a grandma voice. A funny grandma voice. Yes. So the troll fairy city is gonna sound like an old granny. That's the best way to hide your age. Just sound real old. Really old. If you're trying to be young, if you say anything in the past, people are gonna be able to tell. However, if you're trying to be very old, then it doesn't matter if you talk about the past. Past technology, past history, past whatever, right? Okay, good. I think I can definitely maintain this voice. I am very happy. I am a funny fairy. A funny fairy. Nah, I don't know if funny is the word. I'm slightly wacky fairy. Maybe. What am I? You can decide. I will be myself. Be my easy self. I would love to be an easygoing granny. Because I've been worry about this and worry about that all the time with my life. Stupid COVID. Market crashes, COVID, lots of things are terrible. Terrible. Actually, let me just do this. I can just pull that up with CD voice to talk. I'll put it over here for now. Ha. Image. Lock. There we go. I am just sounding like CD for now. It's funny how the little bit of sunglasses can change my whole perspective with my voice. Oh yes, my brother was going like, well, CD was definitely very unique and all, like it's very memorable, but who are you gonna attract with that? Yeah, good point. You know, like he always make really good point. That's very hard to argue with. I personally find that CD, because when I first created CD as my avatar, as my personality, it was meant to be funny. Then I need a funny voice to match with it, and I didn't have one. I did not have one. So I had a boring voice, so I decided, okay, if I'm doing my own original voice, I better look pretty. So I rigged Mei-Xin. The priestess, and redebuted. It is much easier to gain a following with Mei-Xin. It's true, because being funny is not easy. You have to have a funny voice, funny reaction, throwing jokes all the time, making funny noises. And if you're funny and you are pretty at the same time, for a lady, it's actually quite advantageous. I have a brain, you know. I do have a brain. So, oh well, deal with it. I personally like watching pretty VTubers too myself, so I cannot judge my audience. I am just a simpleton as well. So, the good thing is I'm a fairy. I can use magic and turn myself into anything I want with my skills. So, I just, make myself prettier. That's all. Oh well. It's fun. I think I definitely can keep this voice. It sounds even if I get sick or lose my voice a little and have a little bit of a raspiness, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, definitely very, very, very funny voice. Yep, I can definitely keep it. Very good. I enjoy it. It's funny. Hi. Let's see. Suddenly it becomes a voice acting practice. I need a CT icon now. Hey. Hey. Hello there. Welcome to my stream. Cheers. Thank you for watching this old fairy rumbling, talking to herself. Oh, yes, I need to come up with the way I laugh. Oh, that's pretty funny. I laughed myself. I don't know if it's funny if you laugh at your own jokes. I have always wanted to do the evil laugh. With CD I could. I don't know if I want to do that with Mei-Xing, so... CD always laugh evilly. Yeah. Oh, laughing evil. Alright, time to do a little bit of I'm enjoying her voice too much. Time to do a little bit. Actually, the reason why I don't want to practice CD voice is because like I do need my sunglasses. So it's because that a lot of directors, when they create a character that voice themselves, they always voice them themselves. No exceptions. So I'm like, okay, I maybe I should get that note. I should get that skill somehow. And I was like, get someone else to voice me? That doesn't feel right. That does not feel right. So here I am practicing my avatar, my other weird avatar's voice. Let me just keep practicing. I mean, nobody's here. Hey. Alrighty. Back to practicing. Practicing commons, practicing CD mode. It's time to sound like an old granny. I kinda had to see myself with that glasses, so that sunglasses to be sounding like an old granny for some reason. I don't know. The visuals really affect me a lot with my mood, you know? With even it's like without it I can't even say it. But once it's on, it's like, yeah, here I am. Mood. When I'm CD, I am like hardly ever serious. It's always in a non-serious mode. I can complain and rant. Maybe those are serious. Sometimes you kinda have to take life not so seriously to enjoy it. Because there is just way too many things that can go wrong, you know? And somebody's here. I may have to go now. Oh, okay, nope. I was thinking it was my brother taking a peek. Alright, I progressed a little bit on this one. Let's move the windows a little bit. I think these windows are the most finished. Oh yes, so me making funny noises in CD mode is actually very, very natural. It comes so naturally. It's weird. Maybe sometimes. Oh, that is why Dr. Disrespect wears sunglasses. Oh gosh. I know now. That's why he wears a rig and sunglasses. That's why he can be funny when he's doing it. Oh my god. The power of cosplay. Oh Jesus. Just realized his secret. It's so funny what you can do with these things. Okay, that part needs to be smaller and smaller. Once I need to figure out how to move the hands. I probably remove physics from CD's hair hand, even though I loved it. I love the movement, but I'll probably remove it in order for the CD hair hand. Why is it a hair hand? I don't know. Because the hair looked like a hand, so I made a hair hand. Yeah, and I want more hands. That's why. Yes, it's that simple. So hair hand. I want my hair hand to be able to do different poses and move and animate differently. So, I mean, on my upgrade, I technically could upgrade it without going to a new model, but my first model was way too low res. I need a little bigger res. And I also like to be able to switch her angles. Yes. Is my second rig. A chibi rig too. So there is really not much features to her. Oh. I think just noticed my mom is putting my baby to bed. Very nice. And this window's not lining up, but must move it. Oh yo. You know, this is just for looks. I'm gonna probably end up just doing one window and then paste them all. The truly lazy way. Some illustrators will be like such nice puppies, making them one by one, and some other illustrators, like myself, will like to make one and paste them all together. That's how you'll be fast anyway. The past illustrators have no choice, but they had to do it by hand. But now, since we paint mostly digital, why not? Well, some people even make it a brush and never do it again. Actually, that doesn't work all the time. A brush sometimes doesn't work too well when this thing's like in perspective. Dun, 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 ding, dun, ding. Aye. Alrighty. This line over here is wrong. Why is it that I find it easier to sing in CD's voice? I sing this because I am not serious. Maybe I can do a karaoke if I wear sunglasses, yeah? That would be hilarious. Oh well. That'd be a hilarious karaoke. With sunglasses and sound weird. Very weird. Not even trying to sound good. But still trying to sing, you know. Make good effort in singing. Actually, how about I make it this way? Oh yes, this definitely look a little bit bigger. Oh yes, that's because the arcs are a feature of supporting huge weight. And so if you increase the amount of arc you're using on a building, it can look bigger. I learned that recently. There's a pretty bad stereotype that I wasn't aware of. It's a stereotype against rich people. If you are children of a rich family, it's not by your own fault. I mean, you're born into it. Technically, you should consider yourself lucky. But life isn't always dandy. And just like a rich family, just like any family, except you got more issues actually. More issues with things, with financial stuff, really. And you have to deal with more people. You have to get used to that, and you could face more threats, and people can judge you before even knowing you well enough to think that you are. If you're struggling, they may think that you are a spoiled brat instead of really wanting to help you. Not really. They don't want to help you. They don't really want to help you. And if you don't do well, it's like your own damn fault. So it's not quite kind either. The world's not quite kind either, even if you have a rich family. Because it is not a... I mean, that means this is fair, in a sense. Like, the world goes round, judging everybody, yeah? I still think poor people's tax is worse. Because you could be seen as a thief. That's a criminal act. That's a criminal-related stereotype which can harm you. Even if you stand in the aisle looking quite innocent, that tag associated with you, if it's associated with you, with the way you dress, with the way you look, with the way whatever, with the way you sound even, it can be quite hurtful. It can really land you in jail, and that's a really hurtful stereotype. So I'd say poor person's stereotype is still worst. Rich person's stereotype is not pretty either. At least for children to deal with, that's definitely not pretty. Oh well. The world goes around being mean to everybody. Actually, I do want to say, the world only looks mean because our media likes to report mean stuff, because there's actually quite a lot of good things that happen if you take a look. If you take a look at positive media, like media that report positive stuff, which this is why I follow scientific news, because it's mostly real news, not drama. And it's got a lot of contributing people. And local news actually quite nice. It's got a lot of like reports about sports wins, contributing teenagers that's trying to be helpful. Oh, if it's me, maybe it's time to paint this red dragon. I want to paint all the dragon before I paint all the humans. Huh. I like dragons. Dragons are cool. The Western dragons are cool. I honestly don't mind the Eastern dragon because to me they're just like big crocodiles. Long crocodiles. Like a crocodile merge with like a snake and stuff. Oh yeah. But if there's a real dragon, I wouldn't touch it with a 6-foot pole. Because they look at those carnivore teeth. It's meant to stretch you. What should I do? Should I paint these 2 figures? I probably should. They look really, really unfinished. Like worse than the building over here. And a few worse than the dragon over here. I don't know about this lady. I don't know what to do with her. I changed her quite significantly, but not sure. I'm not sure what to do with her. Brings back my bad memory too, actually. I don't know what to do. Switch, I guess. The switch lady for now. I really, really do need someone there that's like a heavy. No, like a lady, not a guy. What the? Desaturate. Oh, yes. Desaturate. Should I do that? Let me just merge that down. Am I just sounding like a higher pitched self instead of an old lady? I need to sound like an old lady consistently. I can definitely voice myself now, though. If you just popped in and lurking, I am doing, I'm practicing voice acting as well as painting. That's why it sounds so weird. If you are a bot, then I don't care. Suffer or enjoy, whichever you want to pick. You don't have to suffer, actually. If it's too annoying, you're welcome to like go to a more pleasant sounding streamer right now. I'm gonna do this old granny voice for a show. That's why. Because I'm planning a show. I'm planning a show with Live 2D. Because I really, really want to make my own damn anime. But as an animator, I know that's too big of a dream. At first. Before Live 2D, that is. Before considering Live 2D. The thing is, I also consider 3D, but I am not quite good with 3D yet. I thought about it, but I really, really don't like the look of the 3D. On a cheap production. Yes, I consider the Ruby Road. But no, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. This old granny cannot stand it. So, I hate the look of a puppet. Technically, Live 2D is also a puppet, but it's a very well controlled and very well customized puppet. So, I can deal with a little weird, wacky eye blink from a Live 2D, but I can't really quite deal with the clipping and the annoying, unnatural movement of the 3D in a cheap production. To have a really good 3D, you need an amazing rig, and an amazing animation, and amazing rendering. Who the hell has that? You need a freaking render farm. for a freaking 2 minutes of animation. Well, technically, I should not say it that way because there's plenty of YouTube channels that have done it. Coco Melon is actually quite good. The thing is, they came a long way. They started with something really horrible looking. If you check their old stuff with ABC Kids, I can't. No, I can't stand it. I cannot go through that. My 2D background is too strong. I cannot deal with it. So, Live 2D become my choice of making animation probably. It's also puppeting. I didn't really even quite dig the Flash animation back then, mainly because their drawing tool was lacking. I did consider, harmony and stuff, like really high quality stuff for the look, but the harmony is too expensive. So, Live 2D seems like a good in between for me to go to. Then I can start planning. Now that I got enough Live 2D skill, I still need a little bit refinement to make it real good for a show. But I'm almost there. I say I'm 80% there. I'm 80% there, yes. And if I have a show, I am showing up in that show, of course. We're probably gonna do something funny first. For example, my Uber Sue short is perfect for a test. And it's funny. You can forgive bad graphics if it's funny. And I hope it's funny enough. At least enough people have told me that short comic was really funny. Because I joked all about Shonen Jump. Every Shonen Jump trope I have thrown in and made fun of it. And then it turned out to be quite funny. I still think it's funny. I still enjoy that short. That's why it can serve as a storyboard and a test subject for my big idea. But in order for me to do it, I need to animate myself as well. Need to voice myself as well. Because my old series, CD Diary, has plenty of me. I'm always showing up. I'm still showing up right now in my game. I got a good mic now. I can totally voice myself. This mic is awesome. I can no voice, no noise goes in except my voice. It's so awesome. I can totally record it with this. Money well spent. I do other jobs, so this is a good investment for me. They just say invest in yourself, right? I invest in my dream. Oh, my baby's sleeping. Oh, she's so cute when she's sleeping. Oh, Jesus. What did I do here? I totally ruined it. Here we go. I really want to do new swimsuits and stuff for my characters too. Actually, I should do it. Then I can talk about and rant about all about what the fuck I cannot find good swimsuit design on Google. Why not? Is there a smarter a browser or a search engine I can use? Yeah, I can't help it but to curse a little bit when I think about that. Why are the guys' swimsuits so boring and the girls, why don't they ever leave their templates? This is something I notice about fashion world that really irks me. It's all about templates. Nobody's inventing new templates. Invent some darn new templates. Your clothes will be expensive, so what? Make a brand out of it. You stand out. Don't obey the templates all the time. And know a little bit about human anatomy when you design, okay? Totally ranting right now. Just looking at these like big cheap commercial designs, it totally irks me. I'm pretty sure there's a nice indie somewhere that I am not aware of that has like some really nice design I need to find. It's not like I'm looking all the time. That's why I like find these stupid results. Gosh, I really ranted there. Don't take this old granny too seriously. I'm just ranting. And this old granny does not assume she knows everything. Actually, I often assume I don't know anything. Yeah, that's the right way. But sometimes you kind of need, like say, if you are in an environment where you really need to act very confidently to convince other people to go with your plan, then you cannot act like you don't know anything. You cannot be honest about that. You have to go like, hello, I know what the heck I'm doing. Step aside. Kind of like that. But good thing I'm not in any of those situations right now. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I just did that. Step aside, you know. Like I don't normally talk like that, you know. But I do know that kind of voice. I know. Just don't normally talk like that. Max, you're coming out. Oh yes, this character I'm painting right now is Max. And I'm painting the rock behind him. Oh my goodness, my CD mode is even more talkative than I am. So weird. You know, like the little weird inner modes that you can summon when you are just using a different voice and a different look. Oh gosh. That sounds weird. But I love it. And that sounds silly. Bah, ha, ha, ha. Oh wow, I actually have no problem keep talking and sounding weird and wacky in this mode. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. I have discovered a self of me that I did not know. Oh my goodness, and it takes a lot to summon this side, you know? I normally couldn't summon it at all. It's like it's only on paper. For a period of time, I have a little bit of the side showing, but then it kind of went. I kind of went dormant about it for a while. It's mainly like around my family. There's really no room to show it. When I was feeling quite depressed. The funny part is my when I actually gathered myself, I went to a therapist. You know, one of those app therapists that you can talk to online at home, you know. But it's not with insurance, so I couldn't do it for long. And it helped quite a bit. First thing I realized, like, oh, the advice the therapist is giving me is related to critical parenting. I'm like, shit. Okay, I have critical parents. And a critical family? Really? When you grew up in it, you don't really notice, okay? You don't really notice. Yeah. Max, I'm gonna rig you one day, yes. And you'll be voiced. And whoever voiced you is gonna be funny. You'll be a fun character to voice, I swear. You know, I just learned a little funny fact about, oh, actually, I need to draw the eyes correctly. This is not correct. A funny fact about voice acting is the more exaggerated the character is, the funnier. The more exaggerated the character is, the more overreacting the character is, the more fun it is to act the character. So I technically see these a very fun character to voice. Very, very fun. And Max will be one of those fun characters to voice as well. I'll say Jeremy's more on this challenging. He's kind of mid-range, honestly. It's not too challenging. I think anyone who can do a hero voice can pretty much voice him. Except Jeremy has so many modes that you kind of have to get used to doing many different voices for him, which is going to be a very good challenge for a seasonal and a voice actor who is looking for growth. So if you have one character that can make you do many different characters, it's honestly very, very good for a resume. Oh gosh, I sort of totally like, yeah, I know a little bit about voice acting by now. I know a little bit. I directed a few. I know how to direct fairly well now in text. Don't even have to be there. Tell them take a few takes using this phrase that I described. Like for example, I will give them a script. And each script, I'm gonna have a little bit of like commentary. This way actually of directing is quite easy. A little commentary of a very common situation related to the word, to the phrase, the line that they have to say. Like, or the kind of mood I'm looking for. And they don't need to guess. I tell them. And the results? Perfect. Usually. On the third take. No problem. Sometimes the second take they nail it. And sometimes even the first take they nail it, you know. It's a great way to direct. It's very easy. I don't have to sit there, let them struggle their way through, you know. I think this is why voice actors love it when the voice actor direct them, because, you know, they know what's the process. I guess I can categorize myself as one a little bit. I haven't really gone through, I don't need to. I don't even need to. I create my own production to voice, Jesus. So, I don't have to go hunting for a production to join like a regular poor voice actor. So much work, oh god. So much work. Oh, hey, Blue Bug. Oh, Blue the Bug. Welcome. I am doing a funny voice right now as CD, as my other self-avatar who is slightly wacky. And I decided to choose my granny voice for her. I'm gonna use her in my productions, in my animation, in my games, but probably not as a VTuber. So, I'm practicing her voice right now. That's why I'm wearing glasses and doing slightly funny voice. Make yourself at home. Animations, exactly. I do animations. Except I don't do it very often. I did it for some clients. And I stopped. Because I want to do my own. And I can. And I make money somewhere else right now. So I want to do my own show. In a sense, I want to do my own anime show, and with the knowledge of Live 2D, I think I can. I'm gonna give it a try. I already worked with voice actor before, so that's not an issue. The issue was the animation itself is simply too expensive. time consuming, too time consuming. I can't do it alone. Exactly. So I'm practicing my CD voice, which is my other avatar. That's funny. That's more on the funny side. She's supposed to sound like this old granny. Actually, originally wanted her to sound like a Doraemon, but her granny voice is something I can maintain better. My real voice is like this. And I need like there we go. So right now I'm practicing. And the funny part is I found that with her voice and her attitude, I can do a lot more. I can chat a lot more like a funny person because I'm not being serious at all. And I realized another streamer why they wear sunglasses. The magic of sunglasses. You can do random noises and you don't feel embarrassed. You should try it one day. Maybe if I can even do it like a terrible sounding karaoke and won't be embarrassed. I can do my evil laugh. CD always do evil laugh. That side of myself was really hard to summon because I always kept it on paper only. But if I'm doing a show, I need to somehow summon her voice somehow, so I'm practicing. A stream is a perfect opportunity to practice. Especially when there's hardly anybody around. It's perfect. I'm enjoying it so far. I hope you are too. So, I'm gonna start doing a little bit. I mean, first I have to rig and create all the major cast that I'm probably gonna use. So, kind of had to re-rig Angel. Well, one of my main girl character. She was rigged with she's my third rig for Live 2D, so it's got a bit of issues to fix. And if I want to create show quality, a TV animation show quality rigs, I will need to change quite a few things and learn quite a few techniques to accomplish. Like for example, I need to rig my characters all the way to side profile, complete side profile. I think I can figure it out. I know I have 5 rigs on my belt so far, so I probably can figure it out now. There's a few people who did it. You just have to hide some pieces on the face and then bring them out when you get to a side profile, I think. And then is planning the storyboard accordingly. First of all, I need to test the animation with Live 2D and see how that works out, what's the best way to work it out. So to work that with the voice actors. The good part with doing Live 2D models is that the voice actors may be able to put in their actual acting other than just their voice if they choose. If they don't want to, I can do the acting for them using the model. But I don't see why the actor would decline that opportunity. I would totally, if I am the actor, I would totally want my voice and my acting to be recorded as a cool anime character. Why not? Oh, I have moved all the way here. Rose is my best girl. She's the queen. The actual queen, but a very, very caring queen. She doesn't act like one. Her hands are still a bit rough. At least Max doesn't look so bad right now. Those shapes that I simply put in seems to work. What to do with you? What to do with you? I want you there, but I don't want you there. I need a drink. I need a drink. Be right back. Back. Are people still here? Either way, I am gonna enjoy being my art self. So yes, animations. Gosh, if I list out everything that I want to do, I sound really, really ambitious. I do. I want to make a game. I want to make a 3D game. I want to make TV series animation. I want to make a movie. I want to someday have my own company that can do lots of cool projects. Well, I technically have a little studio of my own, but it's not even LLC yet, okay? It's like this teeny tiny thing. Oh, thank you, Bluebug. I hope I can reach them all too. Thank you for your blessing. Oh yes, I sound really ambitious, but it's just average. Is it? My thing is average. It's just an average hope of a creator. I think the on-average thing is that slightly on-average thing is that I'm branching into a lot of shit. I'm branching into a lot of stuff, and the interesting part is each of the skill that I branch into, just for the heck of trying, seems to be helping me to get closer to my goal. Like for example, I never imagined the idea of using Live 2D to do a TV animation because it can cut so much animation. But now I do. I'm thinking about using it. But it's only after my skill in Live 2D really matured to a certain point. Before that, I couldn't even imagine doing that. And I've seen other people use Live 2D for an animated short. And I was thinking like, why? Why the heck would you do that? And then I realized, that's why you would do that. It's basically, we have found as 2D animators, Live 2D to be our answer to cut animation and still produce quality product. I can imagine down the line, even studios will use it because of the lack of new animators. If you plan it well enough, you can probably make it work with the rest of the shots. And then you only have to animate. Then you can like do away with all the boring shots that's just a lip flap. Then you can do away with that, and then you can just focus on animating the cool shots, those actual action shots, you know? And the rest of the shots that needs to be a certain way, I am gonna use the Killer Kill episode 2 techniques to deal with them. The Killer Kill episode 2 techniques needs to be planned from the start, from storyboarding, from the production design. If you don't do it from that point, it's not gonna work. But that shows their level of experience. And each production, when they tackle something new, they do a test. And I have designed a test idea with my short comics. Then we can do tests with that. Should be fairly easy to produce like a 6-minute animation if I do it correctly. When 6-minute animation used to have to take me a whole year and a half to do, with a little bit of help, with some help. If I didn't have help with coloring, it's even worse. But with Live 2D, after I finish enough models, let's say 3 or 4, that might take like 3 or 4 months. We can produce probably a 6-minute animation fairly fast if I used stock background. There's enough stock background out there that I can use to cut time. I can paint backgrounds, but the amount of work there is for one person for an anime is just insane. And I'm not that fast of a background painter. Painting fast for backgrounds as a background artist, quite challenging. You have to first already memorize all your subject, whatever you have to draw. And most of the background artists are not that good in terms of, it's just a sheer amount of memorization is too much. So, what most background artists did is either use a 2D photograph or a 3D background as their base. in order to speed up. It's a fairly known technique. I have worked with background artists that did exactly that. The problem is that coming out with that is that your backgrounds are not going to look very creative. Anyways, most of the anime doesn't really call for creative backgrounds, so it doesn't matter. Did you know that the anime... we found this out when we were trying to commission some background artists for the game. For a different production, that is for one of my friends' production. Each background in Japan anime, $50. $50. Ew, that price tag. Oh, how can you do any good background with that kind of price tag? Each background you had to finish within an hour? Whew, hour. Yeah. I kid you not, there's stock background they're using. People are not gonna go like, oh, that's such a beautiful schoolyard background. Nah. Not usually. Unless some kind of freaking sunset. But schoolyard background? Huh. If it's fantasy background, you kind of need to commission it if it's like a special fantasy background. For me, I'm quite picky with the castle background, so I kind of have to do it myself. I can't find any good castles. They are like, most of the time inside, I'm like, oh, that's that castle from Clip Studio Asset Store. I can tell I know which castle that is. And shit, you don't know anything about castles. Oh yes, in this form, I'm a total renter. I would totally rent all over the place and give no fucks. Because I'm acting like an old lady, right? Hey, renting as an old lady is pretty fun. Like, yeah, when I see a castle that is like not even properly designed, it's like, dude, did you just take the assets as it is and didn't even select the assets that you're going to show and compile the whole thing just like that and paint over it? Ew, what the heck? What did you do that for? Oh well, you'll pay probably less than $50 for doing this. I feel ya. So yeah. If I am, yeah, I wouldn't be a background artist. No, not in the industry. Concept artist maybe, not background artist. Oh, background artists treated like crap. I can't believe it. It's such a sought after skill and you're treated like crap. Oh well, we're talking about anime industry. Everybody's treated like crap equally. Because it's just a culture. Maybe the foreigners are not treated like craps. Then again, I'm a foreigner. I'm not exactly insider, so all I know is just stuff other people have shared. Take it with a grain of salt. The $50 one is first-hand knowledge experience, because we try to negotiate with a studio that did backgrounds for animes, and their budget is 50 per background. Yeah, 50 per background. Average background artists that freelancing their backgrounds is at least $100 per background. That's like a more normal price. It's like a good designer artist is gonna tell you per character design is roughly at least $100. Why is it the same price? Well, a character design can often go through quite a bit of revisions. The artist, and also depending on what's the level the artist render, sometimes it can go up to $300. Yeah, those are the common price tag. When it's really, really low, though, either the artist came from a country with currency advantage, developing country with currency advantage, or oh shoot, I should change this part. Well, the artist is starting new. So being very cheap. Yep. She is Rose, so I always give her the rose. Always give her the rose. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yep, yep. There we go. Kind of okay, I guess. And I have concluded and decided that I want to move my game into 3D. Yes. So I need to get the scale for that. Actually, I'm so used to slowly grinding my way that I'm not used to the idea of speeding up anymore. If somebody says suddenly like, oh, let me invest on your project, let me give you a few $1 million right now, I'll be like, sir, let me get back to you on that one. I won't say yes right away, actually. The thing is, if you want people to invest on your project, you got to know what the heck you're doing, because otherwise you're gonna lose all your project, I'm telling you. First, you have to understand how to read a freaking contract. Don't sign up for any contract that is gonna ruin you later. There's some very predatory contract out there. Second, even if they are nice, they are good people, even borderline giving you charity, do not simply accept it. There's no free lunch. Make sure that you have the ability to make it all back before you accept it. That's my advice. Because it is somebody else's hard-earned money. It could be slavery money, who knows, but or it's good money, solid money. But still somebody else's hard-earned money. So respect it as if it's your own. If you are going to invest in something that's probably going to cost you $100,000 or a few $1 million, how are you going to make it all back? Are you going to lose it all? You must think for your investor that way. then they can truly respect you. Otherwise, it's going to be a one-time thing, one-time charity maybe, and it's over. You may reach your dream, you may not. Actually, most often you will not, unless you plan it properly. Like, for example, know what the fuck a pitch deck is, which I still have to research. Pitch deck is basically, in a gist, your pitch book. Except a pitch deck is way more complicated than a pitch book. You have to have your game document planned out. You have to have your presentation complete. You have to have your calculation finished for your production cost and your delivery time and your plan for marketing. All of that jazz. That's what a pitch deck is. More complicated than a pitch book to a TV station, I tell ya. I've done a pitch book before. For practice, of course. Sort of practiced a little bit of pitching in a pitch class with someone who has actual industry experience. A pitch book, you don't have to go into all that. It's not a business proposal, but a pitch deck is. Pitch deck is very close to a business proposal. So it's more complicated. A lot of research required. It's almost like pretty much almost a little bit more detailed than a Kickstarter campaign plan. The Kickstarter campaign is very, very similar to a pitch deck and a entrepreneur business proposal, except it's per project. That's all. The amount of planning you have to do it for a freaking Kickstarter is insane. Hey! There's a blue bug and there's a blue. Hi, welcome. Oh, I am sounding weird because I'm practicing. I'm practicing voice acting. I'm doing my other avatar's voice, which requires a little bit of voice acting from me. CD, can I sound my normal self? It doesn't sound right. So I'm being CD right now. I'm being my wacky little self. Thank you. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you think that's cool. And I decided to pick a granny voice, my granny voice for it. It's much easier for me to maintain, and I'm practicing right now. And it's a voice I can age with. Because eventually, I hope to become an old granny streaming. That would be quite cool. I like that. I would love to be a chill streamer old granny. That would be nice. Hang out with the young folks. It'd be fun. And also, it's a nice way to hide your age because it's easier to like really show your age when you pick old stuff, you know. But if you just say, oh, I'm old to begin with, then who knows exactly. Then you have to test me the other way. It's not that easy to test me the other way. Oh, yes, so I was rambling about pitch deck. Oh, yes, I was rambling about investment. Investment in a creative project is very tricky because it's all about IP, which is intellectual property. And intellectual property, usually the investor wants to own it to make back their investment. Even if in the case they don't, which maybe they take a share or they own only part of the rights, it's still something you have to think about. And make sure that you don't tie yourself to a stupid contract just because somebody gave you money or wants to give you money or it sounds good on paper. Entertainment in the world is kind of full of that kind of stuff, so you have to think about it. It's not a good idea to say yes too quickly. Very complicated. Indeed, very complicated. What's your experience in that category? I was just talking about pitch deck. Pitch deck is almost just as complicated as planning a Kickstarter project. No experience yet? Oh. Me either. Not really. Not real experience, that is. It's a different thing. I just know about it. Doesn't mean I have pitched it. Never quite tried. Yeah, you work on an indie game with zero funding, then you must hear about it. Yes. You definitely hear it. Because indie game, the game sector is actually surprisingly full of investors. It's even more than animation. Oh yes, understandable. Me too. I have that worry. But usually when a publisher is not, you just ask if the deal is exclusive. If it's not exclusive, nothing to worry about. There are publishers that are not exclusive. Yes, of course. I think it's a good idea to stand on your own feet first. Produce at least some kind of demo. Then you go to someone. It also shows them that you can actually finish stuff so that they're not throwing things into the... There's two perspectives that to think about. It's like the perspective for the investors and as well the perspective for the creator. And right now what I do is I treat the investors' money as if it's my own. It's like, do I want to toss this away? Can I actually earn this back, for this investor? Can I earn back more? Enough to pay back all investment and still generate additional income for myself and the investor. It's a lot of money to make. And if I don't want that pressure, don't talk to one. It is. Big games, different rules. You can always get help though. I mean, if you meet someone who truly knows what the heck they're doing, it's a blessing. Like someone who really know their market, really know their channels, really know their people, really know the techniques of proper marketing. Ooh. Night and day. Oh shit. It's magic. I witnessed that. That's amazing. A really good marketeer can be a really good scammer, I'm telling you. A really good con artist and scammer if they want to be. Because a good marketeer can almost like market without any product. But the thing is, when you market without any product and really never have any product to show, that becomes a scam. But a good legit marketeer can be really helpful. You can go to heights you have never really imagined to be. And definitely can pay for your life. I mean, pay for all your life's expenses. That's what I mean. But I'm definitely very cautious about giving my IP away. Yes. There's quite a bit of horror stories passing out there. It's kind of funny though. Right now it's like in a situation where like we don't trust publishers. And there's enough platforms for us to do it ourselves. So it's actually quite common that people prefer not to sign up with a publisher nowadays. I'm not against it because signing up with the right publisher can really save you a lot of time. And they may make some rules to cover their butts, but they really don't have, like how if you make a law but you can't execute it, you can't enforce it, that law is mute. Sometimes the contract is like that. There's really no intention to enforce it. Like for example, every website is gonna say what you post on their website is theirs. But the thing is, they really don't want to like police it because it's too much to police. And if you take it down, they are like, we're gonna keep your file for a little while and then I'm gonna delete it. Probably, unless the government asks for it. Yeah. They really don't do anything with it for most cases. The most trappy thing, like the things that I would really want to avoid, is signing up with a publisher with my IP, giving them my IP, which I would probably never do, because I want my stuff to go into public domain later, or at least become in Creative Commons, very, very minimally. If they take your IP, decide they don't want to do anything with it, you're stuck. You can't do anything with it either, because you gave it away like a thing. So think about it before you do that. Don't simply give it away. You may not want to do that. The same thing with publishing with TV station. You are really giving them the IP to use. You get famous for sure though. You get famous for sure if they publish your stuff. And they understand the whole IP thing very well. If they don't want your stuff, they really don't want it. It's like they will return it exactly. They are like, don't send scripts. Do not send us any scripts. We don't want to see your scripts. You're gonna be tossed. Basically. Because some was crazy wacko, like that guy that burned down the Kyoto Animation Studio, were like, you stole my idea. You stole my idea, you thief. And the TV station and the studio be like, what? We didn't do anything that like that. What? Your idea's not that precious. We have plenty of ideas ourselves. Excuse me. Yeah, some crazy wackos. Exactly. We're on the same wavelengths here. Exactly. Quite a bit of that wacko. Quite a bit of that kind of wacko out there in the entertainment business. And I'll call them wannabes. They're not even like, they don't ever produce anything that big and major anyway. The people who really can produce, it's like, oh, you stole my idea? Fine, I would make another one. The good worker bees. I'll make another one, even better. Huh. Take all you want. Or it's like, I'll never give you my idea. I will die and be buried with it. But people who will do violent things over idea being stolen, They're not creative. Because they can't sync up more than one. Yeah. Because they have like identity crisis or something. Can't produce their own. Don't want to learn how to. Lazy. And just steal. Well, stealing can be quite easy these days. Copy, paste. I say, in most cases, don't worry about it. The chances are you're gonna have 99% chance that people don't care about your stuff. So you gotta share more. You gotta share more, and there are things you don't have to share. Like, for example, the code. You don't have to share the code. The codes are easy to steal. But the game itself, not really. What is that part? It's a very very commonly to worry about stealing. But me, who has been my stuff stolen multiple times, I tell you, don't worry too much about it. The thing is, if you worry and not share, you get nothing. There's no risk, no reward. So you gotta take some risk if you want to be seen. I think being seen is more important here if you want to make a career out of what you're doing. I'm telling you, 99% of people don't care. Only after you get big, then you worry about it. Like, say 100,000 or something. Like, if you are like over 100,000 followers, yes, please worry about it. At that point. Like, when you reach 20,000 followers, go ahead and start copyright all your stuff. You can copyright early if you want. $35 per pop per title. Maybe it's 40 now. Who knows? They keep increasing those, but still fairly affordable. You can also, if you want to pay a more expensive fee, you can also trademark your stuff. But trademark is quite expensive. I recommend just doing copyrights enough. But all copyright gives you is just a right to go to court and say, hey, I made this first. You're stealing. And get them fined or something. Or jailed. Whatever. It just give you a number, that's all. A number and a storage in their database. For court usage. There's not really that much protection. There's some protection. Exactly. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, if you're worried about stealing, just copyright your stuff first, and then you can always update it. Copyright is updatable. Yes. If you're in the United States, that is. I'm sure other countries' copyright is a little bit different. You can also always post on like a site that gives you posting dates. Once you post that first and the site archive it pretty well, you can use that as proof if you want that you are the first poster. And most of the time, original stuff doesn't get stolen. It's always the fan art. It's always stuff that's already famous. Like say if you did a piece on Disney or something. So if your game is original, chances are nobody steals it. Nobody even cares to steal it. So just show off, just showcase it. You have to showcase as much as you can until you have enough following to raise funds. If you count your social media, on average, one follower, $1, okay? One follower, $1. Yes, it is very complicated between countries, totally different. Like for example, if you're copyrighted in US and China wants to steal you, no protection whatsoever. Ever. No protection at all. Because China copyright is bitch. They have it. They do have it. But heck, they don't care. They don't care if you're US. Unless you're a big company, you go like, hey, China, I got a branch over here. One of your little ones is stealing from me. Can you take care of that, please? Yeah, that's how it works there. Or you have very passionate fans that come and from China itself come and defend you and really harass the heck out of that stealer or that thief. And if they harass the heck out of them, now maybe they will take it down. Yes, they're very good about that. Very, very, very good about that. Chinese very good at harassment. But I'll say the risk is always smaller than the reward if you share. You want to find genuine people who care about your product. And that's actually the common majority. Thieves is actually a small minority. They're common enough, but a small minority. You might find out, actually, if you're big enough. You might find out your nice fans will come and tell you. Your friends, nice fans who can read Chinese might come and tell you. Don't worry about it. Yes, just grind yourself to as big as you can. And before you're big, sharing as much as you can is the wise way to go. It's the good way to go. But of course, don't spoil everything. Save some. You can share roughly, I'll say, even up to 70% is fine. Just don't share too much spoiler on stories if you have stories. Definitely don't share any surprises that you're supposed to give to your players, or your viewers. Oh, I'm here over the other wings. I totally moved here without even noticing. It's hard to know how much to share. I'm saying... Oh boy, my baby's up. I'm saying you can share roughly 60% to still be safe. Oh, your whole game is narrative? Oh, oops. Then share snippets. Just like one line. When it's a narrative-based game, it's a little bit harder to share indeed. You can share mostly art. Do not share text. You can share moments. And if you're on Twitter, you can repeat share. You can repeat it. It's fine. Twitter doesn't police that. That's why I like Twitter. Oh. What project do you have? Oh, wait. Be right back. Let me check my baby. Ah, yes, baby check. I'm back. Oh, you got those lovely heart icons. Thank you for spamming it. Welcome to spam. Enjoy yourself here. Oh, yes, about sharing stuff, I say have fun. Most importantly, have fun sharing. Of course, keep some surprise for your readers, whatever. But have fun, just indulge. When you indulge, you can share much more naturally. And then you can perfect your technique. It's important when you share, you indulge in yourself. I feel I'm guilty of having died on Twitter recently. Oh. Time to revive yourself. You can be a zombie. Just think of ways of how you can have fun while sharing. It's important. Sometimes I just revert back into a cave woman and disappear. Oh, okay. Well, you can joke about that. There's plenty of people feeling that way on Twitter. You can find very much people who relate. First, you must indulge in yourself. Then, you have to think about things from your reader's perspective. It's very important. When you enjoy yourself, people can tell. And people can enjoy with you. You are the leader of your crowd. I prefer to support other indies other than advertise my own stuff. I feel, yeah. It's so much harder to advertise your own stuff. That's why I said it's important to have fun. Enjoy yourself. You can always go to a thread that invites people to talk about it, you know. Or you can create one. This is what I do. I advertise myself as well as advertising others. This is why I create threads. I host them. I always host a Saturday, a Screenshot Saturday event. If you're an indie developer, you cannot miss that on Twitter. You must harness the power of Screenshot Saturday if you are an indie developer. It's only good for you. And it's also the day to advertise for others as well. So I would say definitely do hosting and also share your own project, your weekly progress. Just do it once a week, on Screenshot Saturday. That's really the only key day. No, it just got more crowded. It's still the same thing. It got more crowded, more people doing the same thing, and so it's harder to be seen. That's why I say you must host. Even people who are hosting have increased, so it is harder to stand out. I find that I have to do it earlier and more aggressively in order to still make top list of the day. But if you do it well, the other thing you can harness is the Follow Friday. The Follow Friday, not that many people showcase their art that day, but you can advertise others and showcase your art that day if you want. While you plug people, show off your latest products as well. Just in parts, like as a gift or as a picture, just like something nice accompanying all the plugs, all the advertising. Good things tend to get crowded, and when the things get crowded, you gotta change. You gotta think up even new. It's gotta think up ways to deal with it. In a sense, you can either move to a new platform, let's say TikTok, or which such competition does not need. You don't need to worry about such competition on TikTok. You just have to worry about your own product being good, but you can't really reuse stuff. And you have to take that time to make good content for TikTok. I haven't really harnessed the power of TikTok yet because I have limited time to create additional content for TikTok. I quite enjoy this funny voice that I am doing as a old granny fairy. It's not the perfect VTuber voice. It's not smooth to the ear, but it's definitely good for a little sidekick character. Alrighty, I think I am mostly done with my building here. Let me add a few windows. Checking my baby again. Oh yes, let me add a little bit window here. I did enough castle study to know that this part should probably have a window. Am I having the wrong directions? I want this to look like yeah, I probably should do this way. It's important if I want the building to look big, I need to make the doors and windows small. Oh gosh. Yes, indie game is becoming quite a crowded field. Thing is, anything that is entertainment related is a dream job, and a dream job takes a lot. Takes a lot to get into the dream job industry and stay there. Takes a huge amount of persistence. Because it's easy, because it's something that everybody want to jump into, so you get a lot of competition quite easily. On the other hand, nobody's really looking. to become another trash collector. You say. And nobody really want to be another morgue cleaner. Not really. Or like somebody who clean out poop, stew. Yes, very nice. Indie games very nice in terms of competition. I agree. Indie games competition is really not so bad. Not like the AAA section, which they all do similar games and all similar solutions because that's the safe route, Yeah, it's really not that bad. The only thing that you might run into is like a busy screenshot Saturday. Yes, indeed. The indie game creators tend to also look for indie games to play. It's very, very compatible. The indie game market is not too crowded yet. It's getting a little bit more crowded than before. I'm new to it too, actually. But because more and more tools are there, allow people to solo it. That's why you're gonna see more and more. Yes. I like the indie crowd a lot. The indie game developers are very supportive of one another. I don't understand. Well, usually when they are very, very competitive, it's probably a different thing. They would have been competitive elsewhere anyway, not just the indie game genre. Because the indie game genre, you can focus on making friends. You don't have to compete at all. I'm just saying, like only when the situation like a screenshot Saturday, a very niche hashtag on one day per week, that kind of stuff can get a little bit competitive. That's about it. That's the extent of your competition. Most of the indie games are completely their own thing. So it's really not too bad. And the more people you know, the more people can plug you. Drop you a mention on a Kickstarter or whatnot. So it's actually quite advantageous to know more indie game developers. But I found that visual novel game developers not exactly the talkative type. And they don't actually respond to my follow either. The more talkative type indie game developers are always the people who are developing some kind of game with functions and action games or something. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm making pretty good friends with adventure game developers, which is just like a step up from visual novel, really. But visual novel friends, I've tried. I haven't gotten that many. What's your indie game title again? You can, if it's not counted as visual novel, you can always call it an adventure game. Because visual novels, the storytelling, multiple route storytelling itself is a puzzle. Learned that from my brother. Credit given. Oh, I remember this. I think I remember this. Let me look it up though. Refresh my memory. Yes, I've seen your stuff before. That's very cute. Oh yes, I know. I remember this. Oh yes, I also know you from Twitter. I know your project from Twitter, actually. Good to have you stop by. Maybe I'll give you a plug next time. Oh, sheesh. Keep studio sometimes. Oh well. It's just my old graphics card coughing up, maybe. Need to save up for one. I think I am almost done with this, y'all. I still had to finish my husband's VTuber. It's not done. Actually, I have been bad about posting anyway. LOL. Oh, yes. You'll see me work on it more. I need to finish it before October, which is his birthday. Birthday month. Oh, yes, I remember this. I remember you talking about that, yes. How's your VTuber coming? You know, you can always stream your VTuber with your VTuber making your game. That's what I'm doing. Yes, that's always how it goes. Learning as you go. That's the spirit. That's how it's done, really. Like, if you expect yourself to be perfect, then you'll never get it done. But if you just keep going, just do it like Nike style, you get it done. And you'll gradually get better and better and better and better and better. And then like 5 years later, you look back, you're like, ooh. You'll be like, what did I do there? Actually, because of thanks to all the tutorials and what people already completed before me, I'm only second year on my Live 2D skill, and I'm doing pretty good, I think, for the amount of time I have for all my stuff. Not quite there for a commission, but I probably am good enough to take one. Yes, definitely do it. I encourage you all. Plus, if you build up a big enough stream, you can be your own streamer and advertise your own game anyway. Power. And it's always good to challenge yourself, exactly. Like I challenge myself, I have no regrets. There's always the worry of sharing more than safe. Yes, you can always stream out the stuff. Just stay away from the heavy stuff. The heavy stuff tend to be the surprises. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to do a screenshot Saturday post. What do I share? Got nothing I can share about my game. I'll post my VTuber. Oh, I post about my comic. Or like, screenshot Saturday doesn't have to be about games. Started out as one, but... Yeah, I can't share coding either. Coding is unshareable. Unless you're doing tutorial or something. When I'm coding, I just like kind of have to like just listen to music and code. Time flies though. It is. I agree. We agree on this one. Time flies when you code. You do have an idea? What is it? Ah, this arc is looking quite good. Let me erase this part. Nah, I don't like it. Ah, that's a great idea. Fixing your game. Oh, speaking of fixing games, I have a game to fix too. I don't want to fix it. Somebody fix it for me without me needing to pay you. Aw, man, this part is totally wrong. Really need to go up a bit more. Oh man, I thought I did it right, but no, I did it wrong. Not in perspective at all. At least this part is easy to move. Yes, now it's good. That's a good idea. It's brilliant, thank you. I'll probably do it. If I don't do it, I probably won't want to fix it anyway. So I have to. Kinda have to stream it. It's like old enough anyway to sell for like less than $1, so I'm probably gonna do that. I'll fix it first, then I'll like sell it for like go on a huge sale. Yes. That's a good way to get around it, yes. You can also make a new title or something else side stuff you want to do. So many options. My last game had such major fail. All my puzzle pieces. Embarrassing to even talk about it. Oh. Yeah. What the? Wrong one. Yeah, totally. It's all gotta be there, you know. I can say I completed level 1. I'm a level 2 game developer on my second title. Maybe after I finish, I'll be level 5. It just exists to slap into a portfolio. Yeah, sort of exists to say, hey, I finished shit. The thing is, like I said, if you want it perfect, it will never get done. So, it's better they're not. Because you get it more perfect as you go. My second game, I'm actually coding it myself. First game, I had somebody else code for me. Second game, I'm just like straight into coding. I was like, forget the conversion. Nah, yeah, you can actually, if you want to be a creative, you actually can be a perfectionist because you'll never get it done. Oh, I'm just using RunPy Python, level 2 stuff. RunPy actually can do a decent amount of stuff. You can actually do an RPG with it. Like, one of those old classic RPG. Oh, shit. I merged down the, oh well. So yes, I'm gonna explore a little bit of sim, like, stats racing. Like Princess Maker, like old Princess Maker. And I'm gonna explore a little bit into the actual RPG aspect. Yes, there are some RunPy games that's really quite nice. And the good part about RunPy is that they already coded the menu for you in the engine. So you don't have to worry about all that. A lot of indie developers that's using Unity and Unreal have to code their own manual. And that's actually quite a bit of additional work. And I realized a lot of them forgot to do escape key. The normal escape key that will bring up the default menu to exit the game or whatnot, and or do functions. Quite a lot of indie games don't have it when they do their own manual. Don't forget it. As a streamer, oh my god, when there is no escape key, when I have to escape the game after testing, I was like, what the fuck? Where is the escape key? Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna suffer then. Unity's not bad though. But you do have to code your own menu unless you got it from the SS store. A menu that you needed. Then don't forget escape key. For the life of God, please do not forget it. Tie your escape key to the exit key. And also, depending, because you have to draw your own collision boxes. Oh, okay, cool. Hardcore you are. Unity does. Oh man, everything from scratch. Ouch. That's quite a bit of stuff to do. I've decided after this one I want to jump into a 3D game. That's when the real ouchie begins. Oh, save system, right? Cutscene system. Oh, everything, yeah? Dang. I'm sure. Labor of love. What the heck did I do here? Huh. Ah, I see, I see. Baby's still sleeping. Dun dun. If one baby wakes up, it's over. Because my mom is done. I probably should work on the book I promised her. Oh, you're working on anime AI now. Wow. Enemies? Quote, quote. Okay, so you can chat with your enemies. Yeah? More like an anti-hero then. I like that. I always like games that have peaceful solutions. Thank you, thank you. I like epic looking illustrations. Oh, you run away from them? Oh, okay. Not like a negotiation or anything? Okay, gotcha. Run for your life. That's fine. That sounds like a horror all of a sudden. Like horror game is like where I would do the most running. And then the Sonic games. Let's make that a little smaller. The building is looking kind of nice now. Looking a little bit more convincing. It was looking like kind of cheesy earlier. It's not horror. Good. Not that I mind horror anymore. I used to avoid horror like a plague. But now I'm like, try me. Only a certain kind of horror gets me. If it's pure gore and whatnot, I'm like, whatever. I know this technique, you know. I will analyze it away, then it's not scary anymore. The window's too big. Let me change that. Even if they're supposed to be bigger windows, it's still too big. There we go. Oh, shoot. Redo. Pasty. Paste. Dun dun. I like pixel art horror games because I'm too picky for realistic ones, Elmo. They're spooky, but I can handle it. Yeah, very good. I always love RPG Maker style games that don't have fighting. Oh yes, I love those too. Well, I actually can't say I've played that many of them in terms of RPG Maker because I'm a freaking picky person when it comes to when it comes to art. But now that I play more indie games to feature them, I'll play and try them. Yeah. I'm picky. To be fair, I'm picky on all kinds of art, all kinds. From 2D pixel to 3D art to from the way they rig, from the way they texture, from the way they now even from the way they do backgrounds. I'm picky. Uh-oh, damn it. Baby is definitely up. Goodbye, people. I will see you next time. Yes, I have to see you next time. She is crying. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.